I have a feeling that the design world is about to go dark. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking the rules and embracing the dark side of color. Shaded colors, darkness. We're talking about black and other bold colors in painting and design, especially on the interior side of things. Don't be afraid to add a touch of drama and intrigue to your home. We're gonna get into it in this video, but before we do, please hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all of our videos. So I wanted to start by talking about the power of black. I'm wearing it right now. I have some black walls behind me. I got black acoustic paneling to make the audio nice and crispy in these videos. Oftentimes black is overlooked as a paint color, but it can really be a powerful and versatile choice. I find it to be fairly timeless as a paint color, and it really can add some elegance and sophistication to any space based on the amount of contrast it has with most other colors. There is also a variety of blacks you can go with. You have charcoals, you have more blue leaning blacks, you have more black bean, brown leaning blacks. There's a lot you can do. But ultimately, here's why I think you should consider incorporating black into your home's decor. First of all, the drama of it all. Black can add this sense of mystery and intrigue, making your home feel more sophisticated and classy and inviting. I think black is the epitome of cozy cave vibes because it's as dark as you can get when it comes to paint colors. Even though black is pretty timeless, it can add a modern touch based on how you're using it. I think it's something that feels very contemporary, especially when you use it more heavy-handedly in full rooms or even on trim, like window trims. I see it everywhere these days, which is maybe a bad thing. But black is the antithesis of white, but they do a lot of similar things. They're essentially the purest form of color or the lack thereof, and oftentimes our wall colors are somewhere in the middle. So black and white, they do a great job at contrasting one way or the other. Now, beyond black, we can talk about some bold color combinations. Black and white is a classic pairing, but there are many other bold color combinations utilizing black that can add some drama and excitement to your home. First one I can think of is black and gold. Very glam, very luxurious. This luxurious combination just screams luxury to me. And maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you're more into quiet luxury, but I think it is kind of a fun pairing and pretty classic. For a more energetic combination, you can go black and red. This is a bold and daring combo that adds energy and excitement. It's a great choice for home offices or entertainment spaces. But I've also seen kitchen cabinets, believe it or not, with like a shaded red and a black. Really moody, very personal, very polarizing, but it looks pretty good if you pull it off and it suits your taste. Another one is black and green. This is a natural, refreshing take on black, and it helps create a sense of calm and tranquility, perfect for bedrooms or bathrooms. You could go full black here, or you can even go for that black bean, dark chocolate, brown black as an alternative, just to sort of tie in that nature theme even more. Think of like a topsoil color. And then you have a variation of that, black and teal. This is kind of an unexpected pairing because it creates a unique and eye-catching look. Still has a connection to nature a little bit, but more so towards the coastal, aquatic, and nautical side of things. I do find it to be a great choice for more contemporary spaces. So yeah, black and teal, pretty cool. Now let's talk about other dark colors that maybe aren't black, and that would be jewel tones. So if you're going dark with your paint colors and you don't want just deep, dark jet black, you can go with jewel tones, which are rich and saturated colors to add that glamour, that luxury, that color, that fun to your space. And I find some of my favorite jewel tones to use on the interior side of things would be an emerald green. A deep green creates this elegant vibe, a ruby red or something that has maybe a little bit of a shaded quality, more warm leaning, just passionate and energetic. And you have sapphire blue, which is more of a calming, kind of tranquil feeling color, but still very rich and saturated. And then one I suspect you're going to see a little bit more going into the next year or so, amethyst purple. This is more of a mysterious, interesting color that will create intrigue, not one that feels very predictable. Purple is a color that gets underused, I feel. So I think it's one to definitely consider. And then away from jewel tones, you also have dark neutrals. Don't feel like you need to just go with these bold, crazy, obnoxious options. You can also rethink neutrals by going with those darker, kind of rougey brown colors, the taupes, the slate grays, things of that nature. So muted, but just really deep and saturated. And that might be a good place for a lot of you to start. All right, so here's some tips on how to use black and bold colors in your home. The first one would be to start small. If you're new to this, if you're just used to using pastels and off-whites everywhere, maybe just start with a piece of artwork or furniture, a little bit of decor items, maybe an accent wall, just a little bit here and there. See how you like it, see how you feel. If that becomes the focal point and you're just really drawn to it, maybe you have a thing for these darker colors. So just go for it and then slowly expand outwards as time goes on. You can add more and more of these darker, more rich, colorful elements. This will help you get a feel for how the color looks in your space. It's a bit of a taste test, if anything. Second tip would be to balance with neutrals. Now, we talked about those dark neutrals, but I'm also encouraging you to utilize, your whites, beiges, and grays to help balance out the boldness of black, of those jewel tones, of those rich colors. This will create more of a harmonious atmosphere, and it just gives you that sense of scale. And I mean like a Libra scale. It's a good idea to balance things out a little bit, especially if you're just starting out. Number 3 would be to consider the room's function. Bold colors might not be the best choice for something like a bedroom where it can be a little overwhelming, especially the more saturated colors that are a little more vibrant. However, they could be perfect for places like bathrooms, the living room perhaps, home offices for sure, and even a dining room where maybe you're just going to use it for an hour a day and you can just kind of bask in this really cool color. But personally, I do like those darker colors in bedrooms, so it just depends on your personal preference. And then of course, don't be afraid to experiment. Have fun. Experiment with different color combinations to find what works best for you. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to color and home decor. And that doesn't mean you experiment by throwing paint on the wall willy-nilly. Sample, take the color chips home, see how you feel, bring in some colorful throw pillows and see how the colors interact with everything else in your space. And then if you want to commit to painting, then go for it. Don't be afraid to embrace the dark side of color. Black and bold colors alike can add a unique and dramatic touch to your home, and with a little creativity and some experimentation, and maybe a bit of vino, don't drink and paint. You can create a space that is both stylish and inviting. We'll see you on the next video.